สวัสดีครับท่านผู้ชมครับพิพัฒน์วงศ์วิวัฒน์ครับเดี๋ยววันนี้จะชวนเนลูซ่านะครับโค้ชจากโรมาเนียนมาคุยกับเรื่องของวิธีการบำบัดเด็กที่ได้รับความรุนแรงทางเพศนะครับเดี๋ยวมาพบกับเนลูซ่าเลยนะครับสวัสดีครับ Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, our life coach. Good afternoon. Yes.
How are you, Pipa?
Yeah, always fine.
Always fine.
Let me check speaker. Test microphone. Okay, that's perfect. And how are you about the situation in France? Because today, as I sent to you, it is in Thai, but I translate about the what's happening after school open.
But my son is not at school right now. He's still in home.
You told me last time that probably his school will be open on 25th, right?
Yes, but it's not sure now. Also.
It's a possibility that depends on the situation.
Yeah. Depend on the situation, and if for my son it's much better to stay in home, I don't have any kind of problem, because you know, nowadays I'm just taking him outside, you know, for a walk, and we are fine also home. It's not a problem.
Yeah,
he's studying home.
I think in Thailand as well, because whenever the panic of any crisis arise, people they manage or they react with situation differently. Depends on their experience and their perception. But many people who are too much panic, they treat everything too much. Like in our country as well, because in terms of the hygiene, to prevent from infect the disease, it has something appropriate way, not too much in extremely. Yeah, like I myself, whenever I went out and I try to be careful touching, the thing. And then whenever I come back, I just wash my hand 20 seconds as recommended. That should be okay. Yeah, like when you go to the kindergarten, some school, okay, they manage their school in ordinary way, but the others, in particular luxury school, they protect everything completely. That different from the what children gonna experience in the future. You cannot have 100% protect, right?
Yes, of course,
we have to
100%.
We have to be practical, and we have to train our kids to know about what is the real things, not just a fake thing. Like
exactly.
Yeah,
virus is not
like
a fake. It's not a fake in the end. It's not fake news about this virus. But well, it's important to, you know, to have a habit right now. Okay, how to protect ourselves. So we need to teach ourselves first, and after to teach our children how to protect themselves from this virus. Yeah, it's very, very, very important, because to be honest, we cannot remain in home for forever. We also need to interact with people. No?
Impossible. Like in our country, the government now they're promoting the online education. Government invest a lot on the new network because annually our Thailand school will open on 1st of June, and now the government declare it will be put off to 1st of July. And how government think about this free time, 1 month extended. So they provide the online education to keep Thailand children busy instead of they spend their life in very funny things. And that is what our government invests to manage this free time. And then if the coronavirus still there, we might make use of this well-organized system for the online education. That is what Thailand government are doing now. Yeah. And we have so many things to share. In particular, this morning I felt amazing, felt amazed when I saw your the Super David show his talent through a very short video, and I think every people who watch this video will feel proud of him in terms of that he is very outstanding. Yeah, I mean it, and his body language whenever he speak it full of confidence. That is what I would like to share with you, might be next episode about the parenting, because that is very good outcome. And you can mention quite a lot naturally about your way of bringing up your only child.
Yeah.
I love that because, you know, he expressed his idea confidently, and you can notice his eye contact when he show up to public. And that is something perfect and should have the good reason, the way of the parenting on behind, surely. And I would challenge to share as a mom next episode. And today I would like challenge you to share about what I just experienced from translating one articles for children right protection, like I mentioned a bit in our messenger. And so I would like to share a screen to show about the foundation, so you can get the general picture. I will share the screen. And this is the foundation. I am a volunteer for 7 years in so far. And you can imagine what is the activities of, okay, I need to share one moment. Have to set Wi-Fi. Okay, I did. And screen. Okay, I have to share screen and show you some photos. Yes, these activities of foundation. They release many articles to educate the people who suffering sexual abuse, the group of children who are suffering this, and then they try to manage many articles and release from time to time to public to understand about the source of problems and the proper way to cope with the situation when the children stay with the people in the society. Yeah, it is like you see, it is happy children and family at the happy walking. That is one of the activities create at the times.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. And there are many activities, sometimes like in the middle, the volunteers got together and work together for the foundation.
That's really amazing.
Yes. Okay. And today, the topic we we talk is about yeah. I think I sent it to you earlier, but this is the article I translated to for the foundation last week. It is I think you know about the traumatic, right? Trauma.
Yes, yes, of course.
Trauma focus. In general, this article is about the art therapy. Art therapy will be used in combination with the conventional or the general CBT. CBT is a cognitive behavioral therapy. Yeah, and maybe children who have traumatic children cannot tell their bad experience in words.
Yes,
because of the ability of the small kids, they cannot have the very good group of words to express the feeling, something like that. So we try to connect art therapy to help them to express their stories in picture or play or comedy, something like activities to have them express their feeling naturally, and therapists kept watching their behavior so they can know what is the meanings of their expression, something like that. And this is a topic, trauma focused art therapy, that we are talking today. Yes. Okay, that what's general. I would like you to get the picture. Okay, if so, before talking about that, I would like to mention a bit. I have you mention a bit about the meanings of life coach, and it is a popular in European country.
Well, yeah, it's popular. But before to discuss about the art therapy or something like that, this subject, what you bring to me today, it was somehow sensitive.
Yes.
Because as I told you before, I can say I was part of these things. I mean, these things happened with me when I was a child. Okay, I was also sexual abused by someone from
may I interrupt there? Please feel relaxing, because I think what we are talking is not a specific, but it's an in general idea, because we are talking.
It's in general idea, but I want to discuss.
Okay, we just
based
on the topic. Yes, please go on.
I want to discuss about these things. So are very important things, and so these things happened to me, okay, when I was child. And when you come with this subject, I said, oh, I can't believe, and I'm okay right now. I don't have any kind of problem. These things happened in my past, but I want to discuss about my experience. Why? Because it's very important, we as parents, to pay attention, to our children. Yes, because I know we are so busy in our work, we are so busy, in everything, and we don't pay attention too much of others people. And this sexual abuse is happening in general in family and not with strangers. So can happen with cousins, can happen with your neighbor, can happen with uncles. So it's very, very important to pay attention on these things. Yeah. For me, it's not, a complicated subject to discuss, because these things happened in my, childhood, and everyone knows these things. So it's not a secret. I'm very free to discuss about these things, because I'm confident and I know what mean to be abused. Yeah. And as you said about this therapy is good, and I tell you why. Because sometimes children cannot speak. Sometimes children cannot tell you the truth. Okay. So what they are doing, they are putting their feelings in a paper, you know, so you can read actually the message from that picture, you know, what the child has inside of him or inside of her, because they cannot talk. Why? Well, because of shame, because of guilt, because of fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a great, you know, therapy, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think actually what you mentioned, copper, everything I translated from article, because I think I feel like you have a direct experience as a child and as a mom. And then I think you are mature to learn what's happening in this world. And what about me? You know, I am the kind of people who treat my kids in natural way, and sometimes we copy the way my parents taught me, and we just carry it on. And sometimes the parents, when they face some problem, how to bring up properly their kids, when they met at the school or at the parent club, they share their experience and then combine with their perception. They might get something unique way to manage and solve the problems. And that is a fact, happen not only in Thailand, but in every country in the world. And what did change my idea? Once I was a volunteer with the foundation, because I had not so many time, I was very busy. I cannot help as a volunteer to the foundation the many activities like a go with our other volunteers, gathering and wandering around the community, the poor community, slum and congested. That is time taking. For me, I prefer helping at home, like a work from home since then. So my responsibility is help translation any kind of document, and that is my opportunity to start thinking about how is parenting. Like the first book I translate for the foundation is Every Parenting. Yeah, you see, I never think that just a parenting human being feel why we need to read and learn. And when you read this sick book, it mentioned many and something. It remind me that in the past we did I would like to say not wrong, but if we need some more principle at that time, we can adapt it to our way of bringing up our child. Yeah, and there are so many things about the child psychology. And another thing I know about the how to prevent family violence. That is will be connecting to the problem of the child who have something kept in mind for long, and he fear and not brave enough to express to people around who they not feel trust. And as you said, why I said that, you just mentioned keywords, how to have any technique to bring out their inner or their something they feel ashamed of out by the drawing some photos, write something like a short story or something, and you can observe and you can understand what they are keeping in mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So I consider it's an amazing therapy, this art, because
Mm-hmm.
pictures sometimes is telling you more than words can tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When just look to a picture,
Uh-huh.
and you can read and you can feel the message and the feelings of that child when you look to that picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
are very very powerful, very powerful.
yeah. Anyway, in the article, it said that the art therapy is
Hmm.
just a part, add on the CBT. It's a cognitive behavioral therapy. If you combine, it said that if can combine both art therapy with cognitive behavioral therapy. Yeah, this
Of course.
is a powerful model in treat and this group of the children, in particular the children who are suffering for sexual abuse, because that is a very negative feeling they kept in mind. And sometimes
Hmm.
some group, and mostly, I never believe that most of this group of children have had this bad experience from their close people and the people who they trust, they love, and that's why this affect uh, where so much to their feeling, and they kept this. And he said that if you apply or adapt art therapy, it is a technique to have the children the opportunity to translate angry feeling or bad feeling into words rather than the like aggressive behavior they're expressing. And it said that this group of people, even they're not express, they can hide their feeling, but that this is so-called intrusive thoughts. They kept in mind, even uh, they in their life, and whenever they go to bed, this picture that's embedded in their brain
Hmm.
will coming out like a nightmare sometimes. Yeah, and I think this should be the a very good way so they can illustrate or draw something inside their thought into a drawing, or they might be react with a puppet or something, so they can be cured naturally.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Actually, this feeling, um, well, this feeling is with you until in that day when you tell the truth. When you tell what happened with you in past, you'll not have any more that feelings. You'll not have any more that nightmare. Your nightmare will be finished. Everything is stopping when you talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to speak and to tell what you have on your soul. It's very,
Mm-hmm.
very important. I
Mm-hmm.
understand very well children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I can say who could to survive from these things. I can say they are amazing, and they are amazing people right now. Unfortunately, children who are sexual abused, they change their lives. Some of them in a good way and some of them in a bad way. I mean, are children who are going on spiritual way, and are children who, when they grow, they do bad things, like girls like prostitution or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And others, as I said before, are are more close to God, are more close to humanity. Yeah. So it's an interesting subject, actually. It's very
Mm-hmm.
deeply. It's very
Mm-hmm.
deeply, and I think only the people who who was in that situation, only the children who was in that situation can really understand what happened there. Because, you know, people are just talking, yeah, it's sexual abuse, it's blah, blah. Yes, but when you are in the situation, you know very well what happened there. You know very well what that nightmare was, actually. You know, actually you are talking to people, you know, and immediately you got in your head that picture, you know, what happened in that time. And people are asking you, are you okay? Are you fine? Yeah, yes, I'm okay, I'm fine, I know. But where is your mind? No, nothing, I'm just tired or something like that. Because they are not telling you the truth. And why they are not telling you the truth? Because they don't have trust.
Yeah,
Why? They
exactly.
think, well, if I tell, I will be judged.
Absolutely.
Judged, you know. But why to be judged? By who? You were a child. You didn't have any, you don't have any fault for the things what happened to you in that time, because you were a child, you know. So for that, it's very important, you know, to educate the parents, to educate the parents, and to teach parents how to teach the children also. And parents needs to teach their children, to tell them the truth, to have trust in themselves, to not be ashamed if they are doing something or if something happened to them. Parents needs to listen their instinct, their own instinct, and to teach also the children to listen their own instinct, actually. And also parents needs, you know, to check the people around them, you know, who are they, what they want from children, you know, in general, in families, as I said before, because these things are happening in families in general, not with strangers. As I said, with uncles, with cousins, with the neighbor, you know, people who you know, with people who you are every day, and you not even think then these things can happen. For that, you don't pay attention because you have trust in that people. And I'm not saying that we don't need to trust people. We need to trust people, but we need to be aware of the things what happen around us. You know, we need to be aware and to take action. It's very important. Why, for example, uncle always is, you know, paying attention to my daughter or to my son? Why always he's taking him outside for ice cream or for a walk, and they are alone always? Why? You need to put this question, you know, why? Because you say, okay, I have trust because it's my uncle, or because maybe he's an old person and no, he will not do these things. But you never know what is in the mind of the people. Never. So for that, I'm saying you need to have trust in people, but you need to be aware also.
I think that is clear. That is clear because awareness is most important because what is the point? Because the things in this world keep changing. If you have the some good memory or experience with someone you trust, and we don't know as a human being around the world who, around the world that keep changing. That means they change their new paradigm, new thoughts. So we can keep close with someone we trust and we have the long term relationship, but we need to be aware.
Yeah, of course.
That is very good advice. That is a proper way if you like to survive. Let's say survive in this society, because the children who experience the bad experience in sexual abuse, unfortunately, unbelievable, it's not happen from the outsider. Mostly come from the people they trust. Unbelievable, because if you are not focused on this fact of the society, you never believe, because as I know, the children in this foundation, and I heard their story, most of children uh, experience the
Mhm.
adverse problem from their beloved people, parents.
Mhm.
That that is a fact in every country. Yeah.
Yes, of course, of course. We cannot say that these things happen just in a country or in a specific culture. No, these things are happening everywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not. And you know the why happen these things, you know, in families, because they, you know, parents, they have trust in relatives, you know. And what happened with child, why the child is not telling to mom or to father? Well, he or she cannot tell. They think they cannot, but they can. They need also to be teach, you know, to teach them to can tell these things. They are not telling because they said, okay, if I will tell these things to my mom, or if I will tell these things to my father, I will make, you know, a fight there. They will fight with each other, and I don't want these things, you know, because our parents, you know, they are teaching us to respect each other, to love each other, okay, and to love our relatives. And if something happened with us, we are, you know, somehow afraid to tell these things because we don't want to fight that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to teach our children um, about these things, that these things can happen. We need to teach them in a proper way with
Mm-hmm.
correct words. I mean, well, we can explain them that in this world are lots of tricky people, you know, who, you know, can do also bad things. They can have bad behavior, okay, but doesn't mean that they are bad person. No, they have just bad behavior. So we can teach them, you know, how to handle a situation, okay. For example, if someone came to my son and he want to spend time with my son a lot, or with my daughter, okay, I don't have, but let's suppose that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So if that person want to spend time with my daughter, and he invite my daughter, I don't know, outside for buying her chocolate or something like that, I need to be aware who's that person and why wants to go alone. Or I can go with them, you know, I'll not let them alone. Because, you know, these tricky people, they search always to find a place where to be alone with the victim, okay, and to have privacy with that person. So for that is happening with relatives,
Yeah.
because they have privacy, because they have access
Mm-hmm.
always,
Mm-hmm.
because they are part of family, and they have
Yeah.
access every time when they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree because I think big words like a conclusion of what you describe is we need to keep balancing all
Yeah,
things, not
balancing.
go
Yeah.
extremely on
Yeah, yeah, of
right mode
course,
or
of
left
course.
mode, and you have to teach your kids to manage by situation, and what you are trying to tell them, uh, give him lesson. That means you are giving them the like a self their potential, and they can aware and notice and can make different what is the true and false, and they can cope with the situation maybe arising properly. Yeah, that is very important because you know you give them the like concept, and then the proper way of life. Sometimes you share experience that make
Mhm.
your children kept this in mind forever, and whenever they face the same situation, by the mechanism of the brain of human being, they can connect just in second and handle the
Yes.
situation properly. And
Hmm.
you are teaching your David, your boy, in a very practical way, and so finally he can stand on his legs, self-reliance without parents.
Yeah.
And in some family, you know, that is what I feel against because in many countries, even in Thailand, parents always think in old way. They try to dictate or lead the ideas of their kids. they try to protect and try to keep their children in a comfort zone. They don't like to release their even let their kids far away from their eyes. And what is the consequences of doing that as a parent? Okay, that is might be parenting. When you give everything to your children, uh, you are doing something good for your children, and your children feel comfortable because they are lucky, because they were born from a rich family. And what is happened after 20, when these children grew up, they cannot stand on their own legs because they have the guardians 20 years old by your parents. And that is mentioned in the book. That is not the positive parenting. That is a trap. It's a parent trap because you try to take lead everything, and pros and cons. When you try to take lead your children, what is the adverse sides? Your children cannot have the ability to justify, to make their own decision, because you like guidance all the times. That is another trap of the parent. And another thing is said that it's a big trap as well, because parents always too much expect, and then this it's a trap. There the perfection trap. Parents expect the thing, but parents never thought that you cannot think like that, because your kids have to spend their future life in the uncontrollable, the outside external factor that is out of control. If they cannot rely on themselves with the proper parenting, you are hurting your children. That is mentioned in the book I read a couple of years ago, and I agree that is true for me. Yes.
Yeah. Well, for me too, I give freedom to David because I know he needs to have freedom also, and also I'm letting him to play with his colleagues. I let him to my friend, okay, home. So to not think that I keep my son home because I don't want something to happen with my son. No, it's not like that. Because really I give him freedom a lot. But he also is telling me what he's doing. Why? Because I'm his friend. I'm not only his mother. So it's very important way to be, the children friend. To for example, with my son, I told him, David, doesn't matter what you are doing in this life, doesn't matter how many mistakes you are doing or whatever, just tell me, because I'm your friend. And always when he's doing something, let's say bad, he's telling me, look, mom, I did that. And I said, okay, David, it's not any kind of problem. We will fix these things. So he doesn't have any fear, to come and to tell me what happened to him. And for that, I let him with his friends home, but of course I know who's that person. I know his mother, I know his father, so I'm insecure. I know David is fine there, and nothing can be happen with him.
Yeah,
Anything.
he show on his body language, as I saw. Even that's only 5 minute script, but I watched truly, and I feel that, and I saw many things inside. That is the way when I watch your video clip, and not just okay like, and then I repeat watching 2 or 3 times, and I try to observe that why his video clips make him outstanding. That has something, not only his body language, but the way the rhythm of his expression is very good, even not perfect. But for the kids of these ages, I think he did his best. And whenever he speaks something, he not just speak out, but he sometimes he stop for a while and think, and he express it in words. that is noticeable. It's very obvious when I watch this morning of David. Is very, I would say, the invaluable trip, and I think that should be the very good examples to your fan, your audience is watching, and then they have to think they are on the side of the parenting as well, not just for fun. Because I think that the thing you post, I think, okay, some part is just for fun, but the hidden very special thing in there.
Actually, it was just an ordinary video. We didn't prepare for these things. He was talking about his grandfather, about Area 51, and I told him, David, I need to go to. I was had actually with you Zoom meeting in that time, and I told him I need to go to office because I will have a meeting, and he said okay. And after he came, you told me that you need 15 minutes or something like that. And I said, okay. And he started to talk. And I said, okay, let's record you if you're still talking. So it was nothing prepared.
Yeah. Yes.
But I'm proud of my son. I admire.
Yeah. Me too. I'm proud of him. Yeah, I think very nice when we talk about parenting, because as you mentioned earlier, people always listen. No. Hear about the word aware, trust, nightmare, and not just only our words, but how the people can listen to it from heart and feel these words, not just listen and talk. This is nothing. It's nothing. Like when you try to understand someone, not just only what you listen to, but you have to feel and you have to understand deeply. When you are in relation with someone, we need to understand. It is time taking, surely. It's not just only short meeting and you understand people. Like you, Risa, and me and our family, we know each other even online for almost 1 year. And little by little, we can absorb, we can understand what is the way you are, what is my way, and what is my interest in the some special subject. Yeah. And from time to time, that the thing keep changing, because whenever we share the knowledge, we can gain more and more. And tomorrow, our knowledge become different from today, because I learn a new thing from you, you learn from me, and we share each other. And as I noticed that when we start talking about the parenting, about the this sexual abuse, I think you respond naturally. That means you have the experience. And for me, okay, I can share my own. And I think there are some gray area, lapping area, that is should be the thing humanity, yeah, should be like that. Yeah. Like you know, I have one story. It's a real true story, happened at the Frank school. A while ago you mentioned about the gap, might be a generation gap. At his school there is a couples, and then the husband is old, let's say it is the age is much different from his wife, and his mindset is obviously different from his wife that is still young, and they got the one kids, and the father expect to have his a child how you call improve his self-confidence in expression to the public, because he noticed and he judged by himself that okay, he as a father he need to find somewhere that can train his son to be a very confident adult. And he
Mhm.
sent his kid to the Frank school. He had a Frank, a friend. And then on the first day at the school, the parent got together and share their views of why, what is their objective of sending their kids to study here. And this father said that he would like to strengthen or reinforce the self-confidence to his kids. That is what he want, and he never mentioned anything about what is his kid want.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
parents want
yeah.
actually.
He feel like his kid like a materials, he can take any control, and I kept listening deeply. And okay, after 1 semester passed, we met and we share. And I asked, Dad, how about the improvement of your children? He said, yes, that is what he expect. Again, he expect. Now
Me, yeah.
he can interact with me. Uh, Comparing in the past, he always kept quiet, and now after 1 semester, it's obviously changed. I felt very happy. He said he felt very happy. He can interact. He can respond. Is what uh, I
Mhm.
teach. I said with him. Because what happened after 1 year passed? Hello, Dad. How about improvement you would like to share? He said, why? What happened? He said, okay, it's too much because now every time I talk something, they always against me. That is very aggressive. I cannot accept that. You see, because he would like to get his
Mhm.
boy become confident. Confident, you're supposed to be a one who can interact with the people and can share the illogical way, something like that. But he was get in the trap. The father never opened the mind. And they said that after 1 year, his boy changed totally from a boy who looked very polite, talk very little, polite, and respect to parents. And now they
Mhm.
always uh, talk and then argue. He used these words, argue, whatever I try to teach them. Yeah, and he said he didn't like this way, and then he decided to take his kids out from this school. It's a pity. It's a pity because
Mhm.
parents got the trap and try to impose every hard to their kids. Forget that their children are human beings that need to be treated
Yeah.
as a human being. You cannot take control and stand on your kids' vision all the time for everything.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
okay, I analyzed for this case that because of the parent might be they never I I cannot say that he closed his eye, his mind, but he never opened his mind and look around what happenings in the real world. And because of
Yeah.
generation gap as well, and the thing finally, I guess he think about the word is the respect, because when your kids start uh, expressing the thing with confidence in the father eye is aggressive, tough, not so polite, something like
Mm.
that. Yeah, that is what I would like to share about the um, mindset of the people of the different ages. It's a big gap.
Yeah, but I don't think so, only because of is the different ages or something like that. I observe also here, parents, some of the parents, they want a lot of things from their children. They want their children to become doctors, or to, I don't know, to become what they want. Okay. And after, in a day, they you see them, like, in a depression, that, ah, my son, or my daughter did like that, is not listening me anymore. But why? Because you also didn't listen your child. you know just to give you an example, what happened nowadays with our children. Okay, people are so busy, parents are so busy. With what do you think they are busy? They are busy with their phones, unfortunately. And I don't say it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But you need to balance, okay, your time with your phone, with your social media, and with your kids. Because, child is coming to you, mommy, mommy, I need you. And you, oh, wait a minute, just a minute, okay, I'm coming. Mommy, I need you. Okay, wait a minute. And, when you go to your child, you see him crying or maybe angry. And he's telling you, you didn't listen me. I needed you, but you didn't listen me. And after, when your child is maybe 15 years old or 18 years old, you are going to your child and, hey, David, hey, Maria, hey, I don't know, Anna, listen to me. I have something to tell you. Ah, no, I'm sorry. I'm busy now. I need to go to club. You see, this is an example, but the wrong example, I can say. Because what that child see on you, that child will do. You are an example for your child. So if they will see me all day staying and texting and not paying attention to him, not talking to him, he will do the same things in the future. And after, I don't have right to blame myself that why my son is not listening to me. Because it's my fault, because I didn't pay attention to him, because I didn't give him love, because I didn't give him time. So for that, it's very important to pay attention to what we are doing around our children, and to give our children time and love, because they are innocent, they are and sensitive, they're like a flower. So we need to pay attention and to be there for them, to be their friends, and not to be their boss. Okay, do like that, do like that, do like that. No. We need to be kind with them.
Yeah.
So
actually, we share quite a lot sometimes about this. Last year we mentioned about of this kind of people who, at the time we focus on the teacher and the student. It's not much different actually. School might be a bigger community, but family is the smallest community of the human being. But the pattern is quite similar: teacher, student, and the way the teacher was supposed to be a role model, supposed to treat the children in very natural way and understand your kids. You're not someone who can take lead, because that is a communist. That's take lead, control. That is not. It should not happen in the society, the world, the global society, because people have freedom. Like you said, European people don't like to be forced to wear the mask because of the big words, the freedom. That is something embedded in their mindset because of the culture or something. I don't know, but it's still there, still here. Freedom, mask, safety. It is become too appropriate. It depends on the situation and the good reason. People, human being, accept the other with the reason, with a logical reasoning, not because of dictate like that, do that, don't do that. That's happened not only in family but school. And that is why in our country we try to convince the people to change. It's time to change. The world change. try to change the old system of the teacher-centric education that you can see what's happened in the four-wall classroom. Teacher come and stand in front and take lead everything, and from the well-prepared curriculum. And after finish teaching, the out. And then this what we are going to change for this 21st century is that you have to let the people to think unlimitedly by their perception, and you have to step back and you behave yourself like who can facilitate and guide, advise, but not take lead. Yeah, that is the thing that we supposed to change from the teacher center education to student center education that allow the student to express the thoughts, ideas freely, and that affect to the university management in Thailand as well, because if you think in the new trend, new dimension of the student centric, you're supposed to change totally the facility in university from the building with the four-wall classroom inside. You're supposed to provide some area that's so-called the co-learning space, and so you allow the student from the every faculty to get together and share their thought in a variety of the educational view. That is the thing. After graduation, student if they get used to this um, environment, this ecology, education ecology like this, whenever they graduate, they will experience the same thing that he got used to when they were students. And we are thinking about the pitching playground. Allow the and ask the lecturer or the university faculty, you supposed to arrange event, create the idea like a debate among the group of students to challenge them to express and adapt, adapt their knowledge with the thing he would like to see. Yeah, again, what you just mentioned, people always take a thing for granted, always hearing but never listen to it. Words, it words. But if you not feel with the words, it's nothing. You see, in the education, it mentioned what is four core competency: critical thinking, adaptive thinking, critical thinking, creative thinking, communicative thinking, and collaborative thinking. Here, many people just talk. And what is adaptive thinking? Yeah, you can spell it correctly, adaptive, ADI, or something like that, but you cannot feel that. And whenever you face some situation, you never adapt it, but you learn, you hear, but you never absorb in your inner, in your inside. You cannot express. You are just someone who can listen and pass it on to the other. That's it. Useless. Yes.
Yeah, we need to put there also an emotion.
Yeah. Actions speak louder than words. That I mentioned briefly. Not just
exactly.
talk, or like a team said, quack quack.
Quacking your mouth. Yeah.
Quack your mouth.
For example, yesterday, I think it was the first time when I was wearing the mask, and well, I wear this mask not because I don't know, government put me to wear or something like that. No, I said I need to wear this mask to protect others people. You know, this is my feeling. So I didn't wear just me. Also, my son was wearing the mask, David, because yesterday we were we had some things to do outside. So we went to shop, and I said, David, now it's time to wear the mask. So we wear that mask, and as I said, I did these things for protecting others people. These things I feel, and it wasn't because I don't know who put me to wear because of the government. No, it was because of me. I said it's my own responsibility to take care of myself and to take care of others, And by wearing the mask, by doing these things, I show also to my son, look, like that we need to do. Yeah. So he was okay. He said, okay, I just want to see how I look now with mask. I said, you're amazing.
Yeah.
And it was really, really fun.
Yeah, I think that is many reason. I wonder actually why that's a basic thing like a mask. Why this is a controversial issue in the world? Yeah, it's that I what I thought about that mask protective materials. It should be very easy to explain, but actually it is analyzed among the many medias about the mask, and then it's a big issue in some country. Yeah, because of the way of thinking, and then because of the people would like to know the reason from the someone they can believe like an academician or the doctor or whatever, but the different doctor gave different reason for the wearing
Exactly.
mask, and then people that don't have their only one unique answer. So if not only one unique answer, people can start the debating.
Yeah. Well, they like to debate. This is
Yeah. And
something normal nowadays.
what kind of mask? It is a surgical mask or that's only cloth mask you put today?
Surgical.
Wow.
Of
Because
course.
in Thailand,
Yesterday.
in Thailand, people is, let's say the almost 100% wear masks, so the surgical mask is not enough. So the mostly
Well, could be.
mostly they use a fancy clothes mask. It's very good sale in Thailand.
You know, I was wearing the mask, and even I took a picture and I said, "Look, I'm so beautiful." But what I'm saying, try to find in all bad situations something good, So I cannot say that there is something bad, to wear a mask. Actually, I find something fun, to be fun. So I said, I'm great. So people just can see my eyes, and anyway, my eyes are amazing. So for that, try to find, fun in everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really.
Yeah, Nelutza, let's back a bit to the art therapy. Yeah. Have you ever heard about the one technique in the therapy? Art therapy is about the string of strength. Have you heard about this?
No.
It is one of the art therapy. It's about the beard like this.
Ah, yeah. Yes, of course. But I didn't know in
Yeah.
English.
I just know. I just know when I translate the articles. That is, there are so many art therapy like a painting,
Mhm.
like acting, like you and Risa, they play around a couple of days ago. This is one of the activities that can treat the children, and they come to this. I never heard about this. It is like a principle or the strings of strengths. It said that why it can help the this group of children. It said that the child can select the beard, yeah,
Mhm.
of different color by themselves, and one beard represent the people, the children keep in mind. The people, it is my the people who can support him of the different degree. It can be classified by the different color of beard. And when they think why they join this activity, and they have the story about the beard and color he selected to make the bracelets and necklaces. Yeah, and then after that they got the brace or necklace. They put it, and like something can remind the good thing and good memory in their brain. And once they met, they all faced some situation uh, unexpected, they can look at his uh, his work, his bracelets, and he can uh, think carefully in the orderly manner to compile the sequence of the event, and not so panic, something like that. Yeah, that is what explained in the articles, that it make me think, oh, that is a very miracle of their art therapy in terms of their psychology. I think might be you, if you don't have any education in psychology, you might not think about this technique. It is like empirical, yeah, because of their try and error experience, and then they can get something, a theory, and apply to cure this group of children.
Yeah, well, actually, are lots of technique. Not only this technique. For example, are techniques in NLP. If you know, I have colleagues, for example, coach who study NLP, and they also are working with this kind of trauma. You know, with children abused, or you know, with others people, and they are having another kind of technique. It's called NLP technique. You know, and it's more easier here. They actually are working, you know, with their subconscious mind. You know, it's more deeply, and has really an amazing you know, result. I also had some kind of exercise with one of my colleagues from Romania, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah, but of course these technique also are working, are good.
Yeah,
it's, for example, like others people who are believing, you know, in I mean Christian people who are wearing cross, you know, or who are wearing, you know, the picture with God or something like that. Also is happening. It is, you know, it's good, but it depends on your beliefs, if you believe in these things. So if that person believe in that bracelet what you have there, and if that person believe that, you know, everything will be fine and he can achieve his dreams or her dreams, or you know, or if that bracelet can, you know, heal herself, will have effect also.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe has effect on you. Whatever you believe. So how are your thoughts, like that is your life. Yeah, even if you have, you know, a stone, a little stone, and you believe in that stone, will have effect on you.
Yeah,
it's one of the technique. For example, when you are writing your grateful things, to have, you know, one little stone with you, and in the end of the day, to try to look to that stone and to be grateful for the things what you did in that day and what you get.
Yeah,
and just to look to that stone.
Yeah,
You
that
see,
is true.
it is another technique.
It's true. It's true.
Are lots of technique, but depend on which one you believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I told you, because this lesson, this technique is like a guideline for the people getting involved in this treatment. So it's something like this theory. Finally, it's come to theory or the technique or whatever you call it, but it's from the experiment, from the
Yes.
trial, medical trial, something, and they might be take a long time, and finally they can conclude that it is a possible way for the mentality therapy for this special group of people. And what you said is exactly the correct, because when people like in Thailand, people they respect and they believe in their Buddha. And
Yeah.
Buddha, you can see the like a Christian people, they put the cross on the
Yeah.
necklace,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
why this so the like a miracle? No. And why the Thai people they believe in the Buddha, and you can see the Thai people put the Buddha, their image, it's a coin.
Mm-hmm.
That okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
very powerful. It can protect your life that when you are happen to in some dangerous situation, and you can feel like this, like that. That because of the belief, and then you have the some deep feeling in any subject. Actually, if suppose your dad and your mom that you feel the deep respect to him, and one day he give you something like okay, they give him the like a dry cell like this,
Yes. Yeah.
and then is this something meaningful for you because you get from the someone special. It's not
Mm-hmm.
the ordinary dry cell for you, but maybe it's something you need to take a glance sometime when you become in difficulties. You may look at this, it can be something encouraging materials.
Yeah.
It's not about the cross in the religions. It's not about the Buddha image. It's nothing. It's only the thing, and then you can uh, incorporate or you combine your feeling with the some materials, and then it's make you
Mm.
become the encouraging. That's it. It is not over natural. It is quite normal actually. It is about the mentality and how to manage your the feeling with the something you believe that is powerful for yourself. That's it.
We have everything inside of us. We have everything
Mm-hmm,
what we
mm-hmm,
need for achieving our dreams and also for coming out from a trauma. We have everything. What is important is just to to spend time with ourselves and to meditate and to see what is about there.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
This
mm-hmm,
is very important. Um, and if we have someone in who we can have trust, it's amazing to
mm-hmm,
talk.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
And as I said, but a person in who you really have trust, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll not be judged
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
It's amazing. It's
today is a very amazing sharing because we starting with one topic and now it's diversified to the many other things. We connect to
yeah, but
many things.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing, what I want to tell you about children is important because we were discussing today about sexual abuse. We need to talk with our children every day, okay, and to ask them questions. To ask them questions. For example, what you did today, and maybe your child will say, "Well, nothing." Okay, but tell me what you did. Okay, tell me 5 things what you did today, and after I will tell you another 5 things what I did today, and like that we can get information. Okay, what
Mm-hmm.
he did, with who he meet, and what he talked, and also we can ask him or ask her with who you get in trouble today also.
Mm-hmm.
This information are important for us to know what happened in that day, if he had any connection with someone, from outside or from inside, to can prevent this uh, abuse
Mm-hmm.
from the start.
Mm-hmm.
So because we cannot guess what happened with our son today just by putting questions.
Mm.
And in everything is important to put questions. In everything.
Yeah. That's great. I think next time we will share more about the we going in deep about the parenting, yeah, in terms of the family situation, and the culture in the European country and Thailand is significantly different because we are the big
Yeah,
family,
true.
grandfathers, and then different from European American, that is after some certain ages you're supposed to stay there, isolate
Yeah, really,
from
it's
something like
totally,
that.
totally different.
So it's a very difference because in Thailand it's like a big family of different generations. What this is what is the thing as a pros and cons. Yeah, you can
Mm.
gain something and lose something because the people of the different ages stay together. Might be there are some expected problem because of the generation gap, the way of thinking. Yeah,
Mm.
but on the other hand, is something good. Yeah, that is what we're gonna share the in terms of the principle and the culture, cross cultural idea, something
Yes,
like
of
that.
course.
Yeah.
Just one thing, people, doesn't matter what's your culture. If you know how to communicate with people, culture is not a problem.
Yeah, you break down the culture. Yeah, because we mentioned this for in the previous episode when I mentioned
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you said you are someone who have no
I don't
culture,
belong to cultures.
do not belong to culture. Yeah, you
Yeah.
see, whenever we talk, we can connect back and forth sometimes about the thing, and we expand the ideas, and that is
Mhm.
very beauty. It's a beauty of the our conversation, and I hope that we can broaden our world through the online
Mm.
discussion. That is very beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I think it is time.
Thank you so much, Pipa. It was really amazing day,
Yeah, you
and I
most
really
welcome.
enjoy our discussion.
Yeah, because I would love to share because my time is invaluable. So whenever I would like to spend my life, I should maximize and its value so we can learn many more from the someone, and the knowledge we cannot acquire from the textbook because it is a direct experience we did share together. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else, any last words for today?
Uh, about what? My last word is just, enjoy your life, enjoy your present moment, be always happy, and don't forget to smile.
Yeah, and for me, take care and then be safe amid COVID-19, and I wish your family members and everyone you love get through it. Yeah,
Yeah,
together.
thank you so
Thank you. Let's say
much.
goodbye. Thank you. สวัสดีครับ สวัสดี
Bye.
ครับ สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
Sadika.
สวัสดีครับ Uh, how to okay, I put remove, yes. Okay, thank
Okay.
you, thank you.
Bye.
Yes, that is all for today sharing with Nelutza ก็เป็นบรรยากาศนะครับที่มีความสุขทุกครั้งนะครับที่ได้คุยกับเพื่อนชาวต่างประเทศแล้วก็ได้มีการนัดหมายนะครับว่าเราจะมาคุยเรื่องอะไรนะครับแค่เป็นกรอบกว้างๆแต่ทุกครั้งที่คุยนะครับมันก็สามารถเชื่อมโยงเรื่องราวต่างๆนะครับแล้วก็เกิดประโยชน์แล้วก็ผมก็คิดว่านะครับเรื่องราวเหล่านี้คงจะมีบางมุมนะครับที่ท่านจะเอาไปใช้ประโยชน์ได้นะครับก็จะพยายามนะครับนัดพูดคุยกับคนหลายๆอาชีพหลายๆวัฒนธรรมนะครับเราจะได้รับประโยชน์ร่วมกันแล้วก็ในขณะเดียวกันนะครับก็จะได้ฝึกในการที่จะใช้ภาษาอังกฤษในเชิง communicative approach นะครับก็เป็นการพูดภาษาอังกฤษกับคนที่ไม่ใช่ไม่ใช่ native speaker ไม่ใช่อเมริกันไม่ใช่อังกฤษนะครับแต่ก็เขาใช้ภาษาอังกฤษได้ดีแล้วก็มีคอนเทนต์ที่ดีมีวิธีคิดที่ดีนะครับเอาไว้พบกันนะครับ ตอนหน้าสำหรับวันนี้พิพัฒน์วงศ์วิวัฒน์ลาไปก่อนนะครับขอบพระคุณทุกท่านที่กรุณาติดตามสวัสดีครับ